the last day.
It is.
Going home later. You can go and see your hens nab and count that they're all there like you usually do. And being a Sunday morning, first thing was breakfast. Next thing on the list is to go to church.
Another one.
Another one. Are you coming too? More nice views. Ooh, that'd be a nice house, that one over there. Not been a bad week though.
No.
Been pretty lucky with the weather. Apart from that first Saturday in Whitehaven with Paul, it's not been too bad, has it?
No. And that didn't stop us, did it?
It didn't stop us at all, no. It's looking like another nice day today. So this is where we brought you to for your morning worship, or hours. It is still used on the last Sunday of each month for evensong.
Old church of St. Martin.
The sign here, not about the church. Welcome to Martindale Deer Forest, home to the oldest native red deer herd in England. They're not red deer, they're cows. Nice sign in the stone wall. Why is it whenever I start filming opening the gate, I can never do it? It's not an easy one, that's why. Please close this door to keep out the birds. Very plain and simple, isn't it?
It is.
This old table here. AD 1674.
Little pond. Again, very simple.
Memorial plaque. It's an old priest in charge of Martindale, but only for a year, 1981 to 1982.
That's when he died, 82.
Yeah. It's probably the most basic, simplest church we've been in.
Yes.
Sorry?
all the pews are facing inwards rather than
Facing the pulpit, Unless no, they won't move them, will they? Look too solid.
It's only this one, we can be moved.
The date of the establishment of a place of worship on this site is unknown, but it is mentioned in a De Lancaster Charter of 1220. And other references state that a chapel was already in existence at that date. In its early days, and up to the dissolution of the monasteries in 1536, St Martin's was served by the monks of the parish of Barton, and on Christopher Saxon's map of 1576, the church is shown as Martindale Chap. In 1633, the parish of Martindale was founded, and Richard Burkitt became the church's first resident priest, which he served until his death on Christmas Day 1699, after a ministry of almost 67 years. This present building was probably erected at the end of the 16th century, replacing the chapel, the last reference to which occurs in document of the 13th of April 1541. In 1714, the church floor was flagged as the congregation was no longer prepared to endure the damp earth floor, and in 1839 William Ford, in his book Description of Scenery in the Lake District, described the building as a chapel with a low roof and simple bell gable, and a picturesque yew tree, which we'll go to in a few minutes. The church underwent a series of restorations, the last of which was in 1882 when the roof was replaced. The old box pews were removed and the same wood was used to construct these side benches. The singers and musicians gallery was taken down and new window frames were installed. When we go outside, we'll have a look at the church bell. The church bell, which hangs in an open coat at the west end of the church, is over 500 years old. And the pulpit, which we just showed you, bears the date 1634 and the initials of the donor, John Dawes, somewhere on there. The font is believed to be part of a Roman altar, which stood as a wayside shrine on the Roman road which crossed the nearby fell of High Street. It was brought down from the fell and used as a holy water container and later as the font. The yew tree which we're about to show you is estimated to be 1300 years old. Documents in the church state that the men of Martindale, who were famous as bowmen, used the tree and others in the district to replenish their arms. And also in the churchyard, when we go out there, is the Burkitt tomb, where the first priest of St Martin's, Richard Burkitt, is interred. His epitaph states that he was 95 years old when he died and left a sum of £100 towards the better maintenance of a godly, sober and religious minister at Martindale Chapel. As I said earlier, the church is only open for evensong on the last Sunday of the month from May to August at 5:30 p.m. The building is never locked and is frequently visited by passing hill walkers and tourists. Lovely little place, isn't it?
It is. There always are, aren't they, these little chapels?
They're quite hidden away in a way, aren't they?
Locked in.
Got a seat. Oh, it's a bit creaky, rickety. So this is the pulpit, isn't it? So this must have the initials. Oh, here. Here are the initials. IA 1634. And it's nice that it's still used, isn't it? Peaceful little place. Can you imagine this occasionally used as a shelter as well for hill walkers who come down off the hills after a rough day of bad weather. It's nice that the churches are still, little chapels like this and churches are still running rather than being sold off and converted into dwellings, because you can imagine this one would be sold and converted into a holiday cottage, holiday let, which would be a shame. I don't know whether this is the tomb. This, I think, must be the yew tree. And this is sacred to the beloved memory of the Reverend George Conley, I think this one is. So it's not the Burkitt tomb, I don't think. No, I think that's another name that I can't read. I don't think this is the Burkitt one. I can't read the name.
No. George. Burkitt, is it?
No. This must be the yew tree, though.
Yes.
Just spreads all this way. This is still attached to it. We start here at the trunk. Follow it down. It goes right the way over there, and then...
And it's still thriving there.
It is. Comes right the way over here, and
Beyond.
well over there as well. So we have a little story about bowmen, but not with arrows or bows made of yew. Another of your little sidelines, Mr. Ashworth. You were
I am.
an archer.
An archer. I did that for a few years.
I was going to say he has many strings to his bow.
Ho, ho, ho. But I've got a long bow as well. So
You have. I've seen it many a time.
uh,
didn't make my arrows out of yew trees from the churchyard. But allegedly, the churches had yew trees because the wood was very straight and made good arrows, and they would go to church and then go and cut the arrows to practice.
Then it just spreads this way as well, right into here. Must be, well, I'm sure it is the biggest yew tree I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This is dated 1699, but again, can't really read it that clearly, if at all. $1879. Oh, here's a good one. Here lies the body of Andrew. I'm not sure, but it says underneath it, traveller, Orientalist and man of letters. I've never heard anyone described as an Oriental. I can't even say the flipping word. Traveller, Orientalist and man of letters. Oh, I can't read his name.
Wilson.
Certainly not as many graves in this one, are there? Still not located this grave or memorial or
The path going to that one over there.
yeah. Another old door. No, that's in loving memory of my beloved husband, Bernard George Arkwright, of Melgards, Howtown. Died on October the 2nd, 1817. Oh, is this? No, this is a Ridley. Reverend Joseph Ridley, 1837 to 1895. Vicar of Martindale, 1891 to 1895. And then his wife, Sarah, an infant daughter. I don't think we're going to find this one.
Oh, it must be that old one round there.
It must be. This grave goes from 1900s right through to 2001. John Stables of Howtown, who died April 20th, 1904, aged 83 years, and his Anne, widow of the above, died in 1905. Also of Emma and George, their children who died in infancy, and then also of Dorothy Mayhall, great-granddaughter of the above, who died 22nd of October 2001, aged 81 years. So that one spreads quite a number of years, almost 100 years in different burials. We're just heading back to this one, pretty convinced it must be this tomb. It must be this one, it's about the biggest here, isn't it?
Can't see any
No.
inscriptions, can you?
Keith's just up there looking for a geocache. He's got it. That's not the best view of the church, to be honest, there. But if you look, you can see where the bell is. You can just see the very simple pull structure for ringing the bell. I actually think it'd be quite nice to be there for an even song. I think it's quite spiritual. Do you like us visiting churches and telling you a bit about the history? If you could let us know in the comments below, because we find them quite fascinating, but obviously if you don't, then there's no point us filming them for you. We'll just film them for our records. But if you like us telling you about the history, especially the old little chapels and such like that, then I'm more than happy to share them with you. I'm not sure Keith could, but I could live somewhere like this, tucked away, all quiet. Obviously, in the depths of winter, and the snows are here, it's not difficult to get out. You'd have to have supplies in. But there's something about being quite solitary that takes me fancy, as they say. Couldn't do it in a van, it'd have to be in a house. Not sure what else we're going to get up to today. As we said at the beginning, it is the day that we've got to go home, unfortunately. We've been away for a week now. Our next trip is our next big trip is in October, which you won't be seeing until well into 2025, I wouldn't think.
We just drive it off and found a better view of the bell. Just in the top of that little, what did they call it?
A bell ringing thingy.
Bell ringing thingy.
Well, it's not a
cot.
bell tower, is
They
it?
called it a cot, didn't they?
Right, yeah.
So a bell cot.
There's only one road in, one road out. So we're heading back the way we came up now. Getting a bit busy coming up. He can do it, he can do it. Like hairpins, aren't they? They are, aren't they? Some worried looking faces.
Just that tad longer than normal, aren't we?
We're always boasting, aren't we?
You can see where cars have scraped
Yeah, the bottoms. Yeah. That's probably the final view of any water you're going to get on this trip. I did say probably, you never know with us, do you? The solar's done well the last couple of days, hasn't it?
It has. Yes.
Is it 190
What?
hours or something the other day?
800 and something watt hours the last couple of days. Each day. Yeah, it's put a lot into the batteries.
sometimes having a bigger one, people just can't handle it, can they?
That's true.
Just
Panic.
and think, I can't do that, and they reverse out the way, don't they?
Yeah.
Rather than squeezing in, they think we've got more girth than we actually have.
Mind you, to be fair, we've got about 4 cars behind us.
Yes, that's true. What we didn't say was that we've come back to Penrith for a coffee before we go home, and we also had a very nice toffee apple cake. We forgot to share it with you, sorry, but it was too nice. Okay, sorry. Next time we'll share it with you, honest. As we said in last week's video, we'll have to do a full tour of it here. We'll come back later in the year. Found even more little nooks and crannies. Old photographs. Penrith's always been a great place to shop. There have been markets here since 1222, selling animals, grain, meat and vegetables. By the 18th century you could buy barrels, saddles, clocks, locks, a new suit and a pair of boots, all made in the town. Definitely worth a visit. Back in the van, I think we need to think about heading back. It's a nice day, people are going to be making the most of the area, so the motorway's going to get really chocker later on with people going home. I'll show you these though. I don't think we've shown you these before. A few places we've been now. This is a Northumberland one. Parking discs, so you can get an hour or 2 hours at some places.
Please drive to highlighted route.
That one's a Northumberland one. We have one for Cumbria, parts of Cumbria and Eden, and I don't know what this one is. Different areas though. Oh, Settle, this one's Yorkshire. So we've got a few parking discs, which are really, really good because it means you're not, and they're free, so you're not paying for parking. You get an hour to have a wander around, support the local businesses. But I think we could spend a day here, just going from one coffee shop to another and looking at all the different buildings. There are some really, really nice ones. We've seen one just over the road which was 1624, and the business over there established 1700 and something. There's plenty going on, isn't there?
There is. Just trying to work out a route back.
We might stop off on the way back, you never know. And there's the castle, which again we'll have to come back and have a look around. Definitely a day visit, isn't it?
It is.
Well, we can park for a full day or whatever. It was actually nice last night having a different park, wasn't it?
It is. It was. We keep saying we should try new places.
We got a bit lazy, didn't we? Well, not lazy, a bit complacent and, oh, we know this park up, we'll stay here for another night, then we'll stay here for another night.
Well, it suited us staying there for most of the week, to be fair.
Yeah.
But, and we keep saying that we ought to try new places in the Lake District. We don't know what hills or things are around, are they?
And towns, really.
The one that we do know, Wilsdale, you can't really park there.
No. Which would be nice. Not been a bad week though.
No, lovely week.
It's nice catching up with
home, normally we go up and down the M6, don't we?
Yeah.
This route's taken us, because we're in Penrith, a little bit further north, it's taken us across on the A66 to Scotch Corner, and then we'll go down the A1, so slightly different route back.
We're not far from Appleby, where the horse fair is, which we shared a video of a few years ago now. We've just stopped off at Brough Castle. Not to have a look at the castle because we've been here before and we've done a video which we'll put a link to if we can find it. What have we come for, Keith?
You've made me come off here for milk bottles.
It's your collection.
I was quite happy to do it another time.
Well, I'm thinking maybe an ice cream as well. Ice cream parlour and tea room, and there are vending machines somewhere.
It is, yeah, thanks.
And we're going for the gooseberry ice cream. We didn't share the cake with you, but here, have a bit of ice cream. Not too much. Gooseberry, it's very nice. Not had gooseberry ice cream before. And there's the castle. I say we'll put a link to that video below, or here, or there, or there, or there, or wherever. Another vending machine. Another milk bottle.
Got a big one now.
Have we?
I just pressed 11.
Alright. Very clever. I wonder what my mum's mum would have made of that automation when she was a young girl, before she married my granddad. My gran Annie, my mum's mum,
So France, Spain, Portugal.
was a milk girl, and round the village of Birchvale, which is just outside New Mills where I'm from, she used to deliver milk in churns on a horse and cart. Things have changed a bit since then. Told you wouldn't be long. We're going to have to get a cleaner. All these milk bottles and books and stuff that are collecting dust all over the place. We said last time, this is a nice little place, isn't it? Some nice houses. Just another quick little pit stop there for us. Hopefully we'll not see any signs for milk vending machines now on the way home.
That was your fault.
I don't know how you can say that.
You spotted it.
Or maybe it's their fault for putting a sign out.
It's a fair way back though, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, it was
Turn right
4 or 5 miles back.
685, then take the first left.
Anyway, back on the route.
Turn left onto A685.
It does become a bit addictive though, seeing what power's going into the solar panels. And that's it. We're home.
You ordered something?
Not that I know of. Not that I remember. Home. Time to open the curtains. That's it for this one. Bye.